Reality Recap.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I know you have the reunion. Yes, we have 2 more episodes. And then we have the reunion, of course.
I look like the slay. I look like a mom. She was like, you the one that look like you got a high body count hair. I fell the fuck out, y'all.
Candace, has Deborah reached out to you to apologize after the episode aired showing Chris did not flirt with her?
She wouldn't dare. She would get eaten for breakfast.
Oh boy.
No, she's doubling down.
Why would you go meet with Ray J without talking to Princess or letting her know why? Like, she's trying to justify that she told her after the fact and not supposed to make it.
What do you think of your ex-husband Jim coming out and saying you did not try to stop him from suing Shannon and Cameron?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, if his memory's a little foggy about what transpired back then, that's okay. However, he did admit that I had nothing to do with the
Reality Recap. Reality Recap.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap, joined by my good Judy, my girl, mixing with Monty, another
Hello.
reality TV guru, podcaster, all of the things. I get that from her. All of the things.
All of the things.
Monty, welcome back.
Thank
I've
you
been on your show
much.
so many times.
You have. They love you.
I've been on your show so many times, and I'm like, I always do other people's shows, but I never have anybody on my platform. So I said, let me reach out to my girl. Make sure you guys are following her at Mixing with Monty. Great podcaster covering all your favorite reality TV shows. And tonight is no exception.
I'm ready.
We are streaming live right now across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The chats are live. So make sure you give us your thoughts as we give you our unsolicited thoughts on the following shows. We'll be talking about the latest episodes of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Potomac, and what I consider to be the top show. And looking at the ratings, it seems like I must be correct. Married to Medicine. Let's give them a little.
Okay.
Because they are doing the thing. This season is amazing. Every episode delivers. I have been lucky enough to be able to preview each episode before it airs on Sunday and make sure I give you no spoiler thoughts in my stories on Sundays. So make sure that you guys are watching Married to Medicine. It's a great franchise. I'm just amazed by them. I'm truly intrigued at the raw and realness of Married to Medicine this season. So, dope shirt. Thank you. Big mama.
Yes.
So let's see how this comes up on the screen. I want the people to know what we're talking about. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Monty. I have a question for you. Sutton not drinking. What are your thoughts about that?
I wish she would. I wish she would. She's really giving drag, like, really bad. I actually did a tally. Like, I kept a running record of how many times she complained this last episode, and my God, was it a lot? We got to about 11 complaints. I think that if she had a little sip of something just to calm her down, just so she's not coming so harsh. I don't know what her relationship is with it. If something she's really struggling with, then sure, by all means, don't do it. But then I need you to be California sober. I need her to take the same gummy or tablet that Kay took over there in Potomac or something, because she's really sober. Her isn't cutting it either. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Doing
and
nothing
I felt like
is making her meaner.
Yeah. And I felt like Sutton, I don't know her relationship with alcohol either, but this felt like, let me save face after the feud I had with Dorit in the last season, and Dorit bringing up how she, drinks. Or, you asking Sutton if she has alcohol in her drink? Like, we're talking about Sutton, and then they had that whole big blow up about it. And now you want to stop drinking? It just seemed the timing to me. I mean, all for it if that's what you want to do. Not saying you need to drink, but it was just the timing of it was a little sus to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, in this episode, we've seen Sutton, as you mentioned, with the complaining, but also being very snippy with my girl Gentilly. I'm not feeling that either.
Yes. I
Monty,
don't
what's your
like that
thoughts?
because Jen is, I mean, she's actually one of the saving graces of this show. I give it to
Agreed.
about three people for me to even like really care about to watch that I don't glaze over or take my bathroom break, right? But ultimately, when Jennifer Tilly and Sutton are sitting down and Sutton's being like, "You're crazy if you think that you understood her, you saw her." No, that was to the other girl, but she said something to Jennifer Tilly about Erica, and Erica and Jennifer was just like, Sutton really thinks that like she takes things really like hard, like a lot. And then when
Mhm.
she's going through a lot, she likes to snip at other people and take it out on them. And I'm like, for Jennifer, who's like really, she don't really
Your
have to be
biggest
dealing with any
supporter
of
too.
us. She don't need to be
Mhm.
around us. She really doesn't. For her to be like, Sutton, she can be mean to the girls when she's going through it, but Sutton's also been going through it since we met her. So, how much more are we going to put up with her being like really snippy? I was not enjoying how she was speaking to some people, and I don't
Yeah,
care about
me
how
either.
people speak to each other on this show. But Sutton,
Right.
it stands out. It
Yeah, I
stands out this
agree.
season.
For the ones, she came into this season, you know, pretty much pledging that she was going to do better with her friendship. She wanted to be good with everybody, to how she was
Yeah, none
acting
of
in
that.
this episode. Because truth be told, I would rather Jennifer Tilly as a full-time housewife than Sutton at this point.
Me
Sutton's
too.
storylines have been a bit dry, right? Like, I don't care about you buying a horse. I don't even care in this season that your
Mm-mm.
husband that you've been divorced from and raking over the coals for eons now, getting 300K a month in alimony or spousal support, doesn't want you to have his last name anymore. And you talking about this makes it final. I thought I could get him back whenever I wanted to. Say what?
Why? After you
You thought
talk
you
to
was
him
gonna take all his
about him
money and get
poorly,
back with him?
no, girl, no, it's cheaper to not keep you.
Agree. So I'm definitely I just didn't like how she was speaking to Gentilly. I really did not like that at all. Um Also in this episode of Beverly Hills, we saw this middleman action between, Dorit, Kyle, and PK and Mo, where they're both, it seems like, first of all, it seems like Kyle and Mo are comparing notes, right? Like, we have Dorit
Right.
going back to Kyle, we have
It's
PK going
weird.
back to Mo, and then they're comparing notes. Dorit's asking Kyle to have Mo speak to PK, and it's like, what are we doing here? And then on top of that, it seems like Kyle doesn't believe Dorit, that she's more
That's
on PK's
really
side.
crazy. This has been the craziest, worst like friendship or friend supporting. This is the worst women supporting women I've ever seen. And I've seen some pretty bad ones. It's like because Mo is PK's friend and Kyle's a pick me, especially about Mo, like
Hmm.
she has to stay and be PK's friend. But
Yeah.
what got me was Dorit, Kyle's been sticking up for PK in every single episode, which has been crazy to me. I've not really understood that. She's been on like the wrong side of everybody else. But this episode, when she goes, that doesn't sound like him, as if she know the man and she's like slept in his bed and been married to him. I'm kind of like not understanding the actually not even just the hesitance to support and understand or at least believe her friend that
Yeah.
PK, who she knows is a jet setter and not from here and in London a lot, like it's really I'm not understanding why she's so committed to to not believing Dorit and being this go between but yet being this go between her and Mo and PK or her and PK. Like you don't want to believe Dorit, but you want to take everything. I actually was uncomfortable when she asked Dorit, "What's your plan? What are you gonna do next?" Why?
So you gonna run back and
You
tell?
taking it to him. You're on his side. And he's not going to mediation. So you're going to take all the plans and things that I say, take it back to him. He not going to mediation. He want to take it to the courts and fight it
Right.
out, and then probably sneak them kids off to London or something. I don't know. Dorit need to watch who she talks to. Kyle's not for her, and that's kind of a problem. If anything, it would
Right.
make more sense that she would be for her, and like if she would be for her, and like I'm still cool with PK, or Mo is still cool with PK. I talk to Mo all the time. I'll tell him to tell PK, hey yo, what you talking about? She won't let you see your kids, but I'm hearing you're not here ever.
Right.
Like do that. But instead, she's like, you need to give PK more of a chance, and I'm like, for what?
Yeah, and I'm also Kyle already has said at the beginning of the season that she no longer was speaking with PK. So how are you still having all this conversation to begin with? And how about y'all just stay the fuck out of it? Like at the end of the day,
Please, what's
it's
going
a
on?
open legal battle or divorce. Why would you want to put yourself in that? Like if you friends with her and you friends with him, then be friends. And outside of that, I was actually surprised that Dorit was looking for Mo to have some type of come to Jesus moment or talk to PK about, their dealings and how she's feeling stressed or like how he's, didn't want her to send the kids to Florida. Like they outside together. What is that gonna do?
Right. Like, what are you going to do? He's going to stop him from being outside, or just strengthen his case so he can do whatever he wants up until they go to court, and he can try to make her life hell, which he's already trying to do. And I don't understand why she doesn't understand that. Also, Kyle's so self-centered. I know y'all like her out there, but she's so self-centered. Just because you and Mo are divorcing but still obsessed with each other, want to lick each other's faces or whatever, like that's not everybody's divorce situation, especially in Beverly Hills. And it's very clearly not what your friend is going through. In fact, no tea, no shade, how you and your man were separated up until like right now in real time on the show,
Mhm.
that wasn't really that normal to me. I was like, no, that don't seem right. Like,
Yeah.
you bringing this man
Like
towels for his whole house? I don't understand.
thank you. Like he out in the paparazzi got him with women with their legs wrapped around him, and then he chilling in your house drinking coffee. No, we not doing that.
No, we're not doing
Not
that. So
doing
you know what
that
it's
at
giving?
all.
Can I tell you my conspiracy?
Yes, tell me.
My conspiracy is that it must be that they never talked about a threesome before. She came out on the BH on the show and said she could go Brad or Angelina, and he's like, "Well, I didn't know that. Like, you could have just told me that." And Kyle's so goddamn uptight. I done told y'all she's so uptight that it took her a minute to realize that was probably a thing. Guarantee he was like, "I like girls," and she was like, "Well, I like them too. So maybe once in a while." And he was like, "Now, if that was an option,
I
sister, you
wouldn't
would
have
have
left.
just been did that." You wanted to kiss girls. I wanted to kiss girls. I'm gonna kiss girls regardless. If you say we can kiss them together, boom, they at the party. They all in love again. They happy. They happy. They talking and chit chatting. That's all it was. She didn't
Yeah,
know.
because it's a lot of rumors that they're like reconciling because they were in Aspen over the
Yeah, looking
holiday.
real
I was
cute
like,
together.
yeah, I
Looking
saw
real
the
married.
yeah, I saw that on my timeline and I was just like, I'm not reporting on this because I don't know if it's true or not because you can't tell the lines are so blurred in their relationship. You really can't tell what's going on with them.
Yeah, you sure Rachel Zoe wasn't being hooked up with in Aspen? That was news. That was funny to me. Kyle face got. She was pissed because that's
Yes.
really her man. That's her man. She just want to
Yes.
kiss girls right now, but that's her man, and that's cool.
And you know what? I'm so excited to see Mo on Potomac next
Uh-huh.
week in Aspen with because the girls were like drooling. Like Ashley was like, he's single now, right?
The agency has swept up the DC market. I was shook. The agency
Really?
is everywhere. Oh my gosh,
So
he's
he's not just LA, he's not just
Oh no, no,
Mexico
no. He's
anymore. He's
international. He's Mexico. He's a lot of Palm Beach. In fact, most of like Ryan Serhant, shout out to the old $1 Million Listing fans, like I was, New York. Ryan Serhant show that's now on Netflix. He got the
Mhm.
man. He's trying to go East Coast because Modon swept the West and like headed through the Midwest and like is over on the East Coast now, getting the cute girls over in
Wow.
Georgetown, the big homes. He's fighting Sotheby out here for listens. I said, no, who? Not Mauricio's agency. All roads lead to Bravo. I'm
Yes,
just driving around
always.
like Mauricio. Oh,
I
girl,
bet not
go in
see
there.
no
Sell the
billboard over
house.
here in Jersey.
Look, you might
I'm gonna
see him.
get out and take a picture if I do mine.
You might see him. I'm gonna find out. I bet you they have at least one. I bet you
Because you know what you said, all roads do lead to Bravo. Because
they
like the
do.
big real estate agency around here is the one that Teresa was working with. They're called like Signature Realty or something.
Okay,
They're really like all over the place now in Jersey. So I wonder, but
I
all
love that.
roads do lead to Bravo.
They really do. They really do. You can't escape it anywhere. People think that they're not like they're like not connected to Bravo, and I'm like, baby, you're not even 6 degrees away. You give me three of the things you watch, read, or heard today, you're 2 degrees away. Always.
So let's move into your thoughts on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills newbie Amanda.
Wow, what a terrible choice.
Money, do you
Sorry,
feel like, because here's my conspiracy theory there. I feel
please.
like every once in a while, production with Beverly Hills decides to bring someone that they know is not going to make a good housewife, that's going to make a villain, or that's going to, not be a fan favorite. We've been through this with Camille. We've been through this with, what was her name? Diana. Now here comes Amanda, who I have no clue what she does for a living. Yes, I get she tells
Giving
people
Jen
like,
shot, isn't it?
yeah, it's
It
definitely
is.
giving. I get you wrote a book. I get you're telling the people how to get to the money, or you have now coined yourself the money queen. But how did you get your money? That's what I need to understand. It's not adding up. And correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments. But does writing a book afford you a lifestyle in Beverly Hills like this?
No, in fact, the Mixies, that's the short name for the mixologists, because that's not already a nickname. They have told me quite a few after my good friend Mark, shout out to the Pink Pot Box, came on my podcast and was like, it's actually allegedly giving scam. And there's like some, you know, there's some, like, think the Wild Rose Beauty route of what that's being
Mm.
alleged and accused, and people are calling that what we think it is, and we don't know if she thought it was. It's giving that. It's giving, so yeah, there some people are pretty confident in the scamerinos. I even had a friend reach out, or a person reach out, they were a realtor for her, and they said yikes, in all the worst ways to deal with nightmare, allegedly. Budget is giving weird. Certified, and I just, from watching my $1 million listings and all those things, it just wasn't giving all cash offer, 30-day
Okay.
close,
Yeah.
just wasn't giving that. So I'm worried, but I actually get the vibe of Jen Aiden. Do you remember
Mm.
Jen Aiden's appearance, her first 16 bathrooms on New Jersey, where they had this bitch around across the country, over in like Oklahoma or something, and she talking about her home in Paramus. That, let me tell you, I've driven by it. It doesn't fit in the neighborhood. It doesn't make sense.
Most of them don't up there.
It
Like
doesn't fit.
half
I
the
mean, shout
block
out
is
to
on
Bergen County.
another
Y'all got some good
page.
coffee. But Jennifer Aiden's house looks so strange in the neighborhood. Very nice. But she was nothing but talking about it. She was talking about the work she had done on her home. She was talking about her pool house. Every time they were walking around that lady's house in Oklahoma, she was like, oh yeah, we have this in my home, or we have a basketball court and this and that. That's what's happening here right now. This
Yeah.
lady will not stop talking about what she has on Beverly Hills. Which, who are you trying to prove that you
Right.
belong?
That's why you're supposed to be here, because this is Beverly Hills.
Baby,
We
we
know
know
that
you could
you're
spend
not
ten
the
thousand dollars on
yes,
crystals. You mad because something called your Birkin little? You
yes,
just tell
like
the truth.
we old school with it. Like we of the era of Adrian Malouf, sis. Like we've been here.
Limo from door to door. It was just, we live a different life.
Right, right. We very different life than the rest of you. But Amanda was giving me Dorit vibes, very long-winded. Um, she also gave me Dana vibes. I posted that, like, the Dana when she was like, "You see my glasses, $75,000 or whatever she said the amount of those glasses." She was giving that like one up vibe. And anytime that
Mhm.
Kathy Hilton got to tune you out, honey. You have
The amount
made
of
a
times I
bad
wrote down that
impression.
Kathy Hilton chin checked somebody. Listen, Angel and Klarna talking about chin checking over there in Potomac. Who did what? Kathy hit that girl with a "that's great." I about passed out. V. I really did. I passed out.
Same.
I was like,
Same.
"Oh no!" She told that girl, "That's great." Well, who are
Yes,
you trying to impress? Not Kathy V. Hilton. That's
exactly.
crazy to me. But I
You should
will
be trying to
say,
impress her if you
and
want to
this
get
is
invited to the holiday
validation.
party.
I have to tell you the validation for myself, for anybody who's ever listened to my show, where I was like, Kathy was either high all those years ago when they went to Colorado. She was either high or she didn't give a fuck about y'all. And she was playing stupid for the cameras and really deranged. Because when she put one uncut lemon on top of that stack of napkins and served stale bread, I said, there is no way the woman who has who married into the hospitality name, period, hard stop, is putting lemons and stale bread out. I don't think this isn't making sense. And I got a lot of heat for that. People were like, nah, she just aloof. Oh, she kooky. Oh, she don't. This party,
It was the altitude, like Klarna. It was the
she don't go to
altitude.
Aspen. She don't go to Aspen. I don't believe you. If Kyle is going to Aspen, Kathy's going to Aspen. Okay, her daughter married a Rothschild. She's going to Aspen and doesn't put
And
lemons
is.
on napkins. And this party proved that. She said it all out. Kathy did her big one on this party. And everybody was like, Kathy needs to sign off on literally the freaking napkins on the table. Kathy, can
Mhm.
you come see this? Kathy, can you come see that? She had final approval. I said, I knew this girl was faking. She know how
Yes,
to throw a party. I
yeah.
wanted to attend.
Agreed. And with Amanda, I would just be surprised if we see her return. Um,
I would
I,
like them to kick her off mid-season if I could, if we
yeah.
could.
You want them to pull a Katie,
I do. Because what are we doing?
leave her
Honestly, I'm
behind?
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be able to watch more episodes of her talking about the things that she has or paid for that she did at her house. Oh, we just finished the tennis court, and now I don't know if we're gonna sell it. I spent $10,000 on crystals and all that. That's really tiresome. Oh, hello, dog.
Yeah, I can't either, and I think it's just gonna get worse for her. I think she's gonna start clashing with some of the girls from what we see, and it's definitely not gonna end well for her. And I truly believe that production says, you know what, time to throw another villain in there and
Yep.
stir things up,
Yep.
and that's what
Because
they are
what else
using
is she
Amanda
here
for.
for?
Yeah.
What else is she offering? I don't know much about anything other than we don't know what she does. And again, it's giving Jen Shaw when Heather tried to explain, I do online marketing
Yeah,
or
it's like, do you do public speaking about the money
just how to
stuff?
make
Like,
money on
how to make
Instagram.
money? Like, are you telling me that I'm just gonna go purchase her book and I will become a millionaire able to live in Beverly Hills? I will purchase it
And
right
buy
after this
Kyle's
show.
house. Which don't you think she knew that was Kyle's house when she bought it?
Yeah.
And then now she wants to wear her all Louis Vuitton dress and hat that don't match.
And then talk about how she gutted it and made it her own, and she's just so great at how she designed and put it together, child. Because I heard the people was mad at her. The internet was mad at her because they loved Kyle's house as is.
And the floor, she's tore them bitches up. People
Yes.
love them towels. Them towels are
Mhm.
iconic.
Yeah. In their house and in the Kardashians' home.
Exactly. I've known both of those houses for how long?
I'm
Think
telling
about it.
you.
BH been on for so long. They were in the house for so long. I've always known those things. It's just really giving new money. It's weird over there. New money, but the money not adding up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like old school Soldier Boy, for y'all who know. Back in the day when he was on like Love and Hip Hop, and he would have
Yeah.
his stacks of white paper and put $100 bill on top and bottom. That's
That's
what
what
it's
it's
giving.
giving. All right. Well, the people gonna start digging. So
Please
the
do, and
truth
let us know your
always,
thoughts. I'm gonna
the
bring
truth
it to the
always comes
tea.
out. Yes. Well, also on this episode, we had Sutton doing some bad mouthing about Erica when Amanda spoke highly of Erica, saying that they had a good meeting and she felt like she got her, and she immediately cut her off, saying, You didn't get her. Like, why she want to do this? She don't want no smoke with Erica. Erica eat her up every single time. So why
Yep.
do that? And I thought they were actually on a better path. Her and Erica in this season so far. They hung out one-on-one. They did the spy thing, talked about
Yeah.
her about her Tom and everything going on there. So I was just confused why she had to jump in and say that. But I loved that Jen Tilly was like, okay, Reba, you starting to act like your mama. I was happy she said that, but I just don't know. And that's gonna get back to Erica. So I'm actually looking
And
forward to that.
is.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't know what Sutton's beef is with Erica. It's off and on. I think that she feels like if she can't crack her, no one should or can.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I don't get it. She just feels weirdly like off put by Erica not being her bestie and treating her as such or giving her like enough. But Erica's giving nobody enough. I mean, except for Kyle apparently gets the 411, but we'll talk about
Or
that.
this new man that she has.
I love how
Where
Doree
he
was
come
like, she didn't
from?
tell me or Kyle. And Kyle's like, oh, she told me.
Who is he? What
I
does
don't
he
know,
do? His
Mr.
name
Big
is John
Special
McGee,
Ops.
right?
Yes, Special Ops. He does Special Ops.
What does that
Like
mean?
Navy SEAL, but like make it higher. So like beyond military and espionage, kind of like all up into one, like government for real. You go on
Okay.
special missions to do the special government things. They send you to go retrieve stuff.
How we go from the scamming lawyer to now we at the top of the
He
army?
decided that she wanted to feel security in a different way. I really feel like that's it. She thought it was financial security. She realized that's bogus and it fleets. And now she wants real security. She could give a fuck if he's a billionaire with a B. She cares that he will take care of her the way a man should. I've always said Erica, like Vicky, doesn't actually want to be a boss. She actually wants to be a soft pink trad wife girly who men will take care of her. She's also from the South. So I can see her wanting a man to be a man. You know what I mean? And it doesn't get more manly than special ops. Like what?
Yeah,
In the
so I
Navy
see it
SEAL,
now.
thief in the
I see
night,
that.
ninja shit. Like
Yeah. So his military background, retired U.S. Army Special Operations Sergeant Major, nicknamed Shrek. Oh my. Says earned legendary status in the Middle East as the Sheriff of Baghdad. Oh my. Yeah, we definitely went from one end to the spectrum all the way to the other.
when they said special operations, and the only reason I know this is not just from TV. My mom went through a period and kind of still is. She kind of married something similar. Where she went from my dad, who is similar to Tom, but maybe not quite the same caliber, but scam adjacent nonetheless, to a man who is physically able to protect you. She had a thing for special ops people. She always wanted a Navy SEAL, and she was like, that's classified. Like, she wants a man with a classified security clearance who does special operations. They're hard to find, but they rugged and they strong and they got strategy. Like, they're
That's
smart.
exactly what it says about his
Yep.
personality.
They're
Rugged,
smart.
disciplined, straight talking, but also loyal and protective. And
Yep.
although he's retired, it seems like he also runs a business called Sheriff of Baghdad Tactical. So he's selling gear,
he
offering
does.
firearms, tactical training, and working in private security.
I
Even
knew it.
serving,
Oh, that's good money.
yeah, he's even serving as bodyguard for Heidi Montag. Wow.
Oh, so she's safe. Like, she's safe. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody pulling up on Erica. I really feel like she wants not just to be soft and pink inside, but she like really wants now to have someone take care of her, because I think this other thing really stressed her and scared her that she was gonna go to freaking jail. We remember when once upon a time we thought Erica was going to prison with
And-
that old man. She kind of looked up, if you think about it. Like, she looked up that he owed, and the judge focused solely on him and didn't focus on her. And she just gave back the earrings, and everybody was less mad at her. And then he put him in jail until basically he dies. She got lucky, because she could have gone.
Yeah.
Who knows? But this man not letting anything happen to her. And I think that was really important to her this go round. Not just the sexy va-va-va-voom vixen. Did you see that picture?
Yes.
She could give a shit about the sex.
I've never seen her look like that. Never.
Holmes. She been flashing PK since the moment we met her. Remember? mean? The
Yes.
t-shirt dress and the
That was the
thong.
thing. Remember, she showed the hot pocket.
And PK was too dazzled and tempted then, but Kyle want to pretend like he can't be an asshole now. It's not making sense. What show did you watch?
Exactly. Well, we're gonna wrap up Beverly Hills. The girls have gone to Sedona. That's where we are. I had to look that up. I was like, where is that? Another Monty. Last time we were
Arizona,
talking
right?
about Potomac. Yeah, we were talking about Potomac and how I had to look up where they went when they went on Giselle's trip. So here we are again. I was like, where's Sedona? But they went to Sedona. I thought it was hilarious that Rachel Zoe was reading their travel fits for filth and then got there and it was fashion show with no fashions. Her clothes didn't get there. I said,
How
see?
dreadful. Genuinely
Dreadful.
dreadful.
But yeah, Beverly Hills, in my overall opinion, is moving along kind of slow. Just compared to everything going
It
on in the
is.
other seasons, and like Married to Medicine, Potomac, Salt Lake City, they're starting off
Clarence.
really slow. So I really hope that they're building us something for something great. But
They
Beverly
are.
Hills is a little disappointing. I also like there's some rumblings in the jungle that Bravo may be looking to stop Beverly Hills altogether.
But
Allegedly.
continue OC. I don't believe somebody's that stupid. I need y'all to go back and
Allegedly.
recheck those rumors. That doesn't even track. You don't
Yeah.
bring back Vicky Gunvalson to cancel off Erica Jane. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Even if I
Allegedly, a
don't like her,
friend
that's what they
of the
keep on
show has
giving.
been saying this. Yeah, a friend of the
OC
show.
not no
So,
more entertaining.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Beverly Hills, though it's slow. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's not building to anything, but it's comforting to watch rich white women be rich and white together and beaux be like, damn, I work for my money, but they are having a nice time and my bag is cute too. So whatever, let's get drunk. And I like that. I don't need them to necessarily be going somewhere. I kind of need the opposite. I need them to actually be because everything is high stakes on all the other shows. I'm okay with Beverly Hills just showing price tags of their bags. That's okay for me right now. They've always been slow with no plot line. I know what I'm
Yeah.
here for.
Yeah, I'm trying to
You
stay
bored?
on this ride. I'm trying. I really am trying to stay on this ride, but I'm ready to get off. I'm ready to get off. I'm gonna see what this Sedona trip is giving, and we'll go from there. But it's starting off very slow for me over at Beverly Hills. So let's move on to Potomac, honey. The last night's episode. I'll put it up here just for a minute so they know what we're talking about. Let's remove them from the stage. So yes, we're gonna move on to Real Housewives of Potomac.
My
Thoughts
girls.
on this
Hey, friend.
so in this episode of Potomac, we start off where we left off, where Wendy is telling the girls that she had heard from a realtor friend that Angel was looking to rent a home while in Potomac and filming. She wanted it to look like a $13K a month home, but she was only willing to spend $1,000.
So she
Now,
told those girls 2 to 3, but she told the whole group 1. I
mm-hmm.
feel like the 1 was shadier and made it so much more disrespectful that it put Angel on such defense that girl sprouted up off her stool like a rocket and started clapping and shouting like we were in church. And it was like right before the offering. I was really like, whoa, that was a big reaction. But I realized that was because Wendy just quote unquote outed, not that Angel would have told the truth otherwise, but she outed 1,000 that this happened and she only wanted to spend $1,000. I would have much more believed 2 to 3 thousand, and that's what she said. That
Mm-hmm.
sounded more believable because like it's doable in the DMV area. It's just not what is going to make it on the show. That's where we at, like regular people. And I feel like the 1,000 made Angel even more defensive, which just made it like harder to break through. But I kind of wanted to get more out of that conversation, and I feel like we could have if she kept it a buck with her the same way she did Ashley and Giselle and said 2 to 3 thousand. Like you weren't willing to pay 14K. You just
Yeah.
wanted it to look like that. Why didn't you just say that? And we could have gone from there.
Yeah. What frustrates me about Angel is, well, you already
Everything.
know how I
I
feel
know how you
about
feel. You were
Angel.
right.
You know I felt like this from
I've
day one.
never told someone they were right before on any platform ever in my life. I'm here to tell y'all and you were right.
I'm frustrated with her because she's been on a podcast tour. She went on a media press run. She did, Page Six. She did Up with Angela Yee. And she's so shady towards the girls. When she gets in her confessional, she's so shady towards them. On the ride back, her hour drive back to her Colorado mansion, she was more shadier than when she's in their face. She gets so
Mhm.
upset. And it'd be like,
He takes it so personal.
I don't feel like Angel is not a well-off woman. Your man played for Chicago Bears for over 10 years. We get it. You have money. So no one
I don't think
believes
you have
you
fourteen
actually
thousand
got
dollars a month money, but I do
right.
believe you wanted to look like that. But also, you are so sensitive. But a hit dog will holler. That's what it's giving to
Yes.
me.
It's
Like,
so frustrating. It's like, just read them for filth and move on, girl. Like, we know you didn't get evicted. You can't get evicted from an Airbnb. Just say you didn't reserve it long enough. Your wires got crossed, and they sent you a notice saying, "Okay, checkout is at 11 o'clock. You must be
and they couldn't
gone."
rebook it. That just is all
Yeah.
that it usually is. It's like, oh, we want to do extended day, and no, it's already booked. You had to go because someone else already paid. That's what that is. And you having to go and being evicted are not the same thing. And you know
Right.
what's crazy? I realized that the word over there on Beverly Hills, on like the trigger word on like the white girly shows, alcoholic. On the black girly shows,
It's
eviction.
broke.
It's
Broke
broke, eviction the
eviction.
house. You can't
Yes.
afford your home. That's it. It's a
Yeah.
non-starter. You
You're
mention
absolutely
eviction and
correct.
everybody gets involved. They're like, what? Don't you dare say that the courts told me I can't pay. And they could,
Yeah.
because it's very public. It's like you can tell the houses when they not finished or when the girlies are forced to leave. And Angel, I do believe you can afford something in Potomac. I don't believe
Mhm.
you can afford what you have in Colorado because that's just how it go. And that's
Exactly.
okay.
And that's perfectly fine.
And if you
Exactly,
were
like
from the area, like she tried to claim that she is, but I told y'all she wasn't. If she was from the area, she would know having a home in the zip codes matters more. We know they're expensive, not because of the bedrooms, but because what the hell? You own a home in Bethesda, you own a home in Potomac. One, they had
yeah.
one for sale, and two, you could buy it.
Yeah,
Like
and
they
she
don't
did
care if it's
say on
credit out
Watch What
there.
Happens Live. Yeah, she did say
What did
on
she
Watch What
say?
Happens
I saw you
Live.
posted.
On Watch What Happens Live, she said a few things, honey, and so did her husband. He was a mess, honey. Ooh,
Damn,
but I
that's
mean, he ate the girls up for his wife, and I can't be mad at him about it,
no,
but
me
he was a
neither.
mess, honey. But she talked about how she's a Maryland girl, born and bred. I was like, that's not what Monty said. But also,
But in
she said
Baltimore.
that, yeah, she did say that they closed on a home. She did
Okay.
not specify where, but she says that
Uh-huh.
they closed on a home, but currently they were in Colorado and they were doing a few fixes to the home that they closed on before they moved in. So they would be back and forth because of their whatever that business is called. Is it Wanderlust? Like, why is it
Wa-
spelled different?
It's
It's spelled with an A.
wander with an A because that's the one where you like wander less of when you're just like
Wander around. So it's
roaming
not
around.
wonder, it's wander. Like
No,
we're wandering
wander.
around
Like you're just wandering. Like it's
Colorado
what the
hills.
it's what the girlies do when they like be like, I want to wanderlust this summer. But it's the back end of that word that I don't understand. It's wonder something else. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what it is, but it's about bring basically she want to bring black people outside. And she wants
Yeah.
us to stop saying we don't like bugs and water, which is definitely true. I like to observe outside. I'll go where she's at and be on her porch with a little something to smoke and some tea and watch the mountains. I'll be in nature that way. Give me a hammock and I'm in home.
Yeah. But I
But
just
she
want
wants
her
y'all to hike
to,
for a
yeah,
hundred
I just
dollars a
want,
person.
girl. Do you need her permission? Do you need a permit or something to go hiking? Why do you have to go through
No,
her?
it's just like she think like because travel like booking. It's like she wanted to do the travel booking thing, but she wanted to do luxury like glamping, but have her own nature thing, and she thinks that she can corner the market because a lot of these type of like people do book like group hikes and places in
Mhm.
spaces that are well known or really exciting, like in Colorado, a lot of state parks and whatnot. But she wanted because she thinks she's cornered the market on doing that and diversifying that and making it more
Mm.
accessible to people of color, specifically Black people who may not be as interested or know that they can have the same kind of fun and do it her way.
Yeah.
Cute. But she's not
Okay.
really doing a good job showing us the cuteness that she could do.
No, like,
There's
why
no
did they do
water.
yoga on the back porch
Oh,
like
that
that?
too. But you
Like, it was
heavy in no
no space.
water.
But
Yeah.
before we get back into the show, I wanna tell you what her husband said on Watch What Happens Live, Bobby. So Andy asked him what is his thoughts or his feelings about being on the show. And he pretty much said, it's whatever my wife needs it to be. I'm here to support her. And he said that his frustrations come from he knows that his wife is everything that the rest of them want to be, try to be, pretend to be, that she lives the lifestyle. She lives it. He sees her living it, so I guess yeah, she does. In Colorado, she lives that lifestyle like we said. Yeah, your dollar go a long way in Colorado than it do in Potomac. That's the bottom line. And again, that's okay. The home was gorgeous. It was a gorgeous
Fantastic.
home. But you're not going to get that in Potomac, point blank. But
You're
he
not.
was reading the girls for Phil Funny. I was like, ooh,
I
I
really
ain't mad
get
at him.
that. My only hot take to, her saying also that like Bobby didn't want the girls in the house if they were going to talk crazy about his wife.
Mhm.
I understood and think that's actually really dope of a man to protect his wife that way. But like, I don't want you to bring that energy into my house where my wife spent all her time and energy
Mhm.
making it a home for our kids, and y'all reading her for Phil every 5 minutes and questioning everything. We question because she makes no sense. But yes, I understand. Sure. Problem with that, Mr. Sir. Your wife wants these women to like her real bad. She wants them to be impressed by her. You're trying to do the noble and moral thing. She not interested in that. She want
Yeah.
to be a girl. She want like this is Dr. Wendy again. This Monique is definitely right. I saw every parallel to Monique. I have 4 homes. Okay, like I have
Mhm.
4 homes. Right, and we don't have one in Potomac, but I have four. Okay, like it's given the same thing. It was like, girl,
Yeah.
calm down,
Yeah.
relax. Giselle is just shady.
Yes.
Period. If
And
you've ever
it's
seen the show, she does this to everybody all the
yes.
time.
And I don't like how like the whole catfish got turned into something to do with her weight. We all know that's what I'm saying. We all know you got money. We all know
It
you're a
is nothing
beautiful
about your weight.
woman. The catfish
Actually,
is
I
just
love
what
your
it is. The
weight and
picture
you're
was
gorge.
yeah, exactly. Like the picture just was what it was. You had you
It's
some
not your
face on.
face. It's not. No, it's
Yeah.
not your waist. It's not your face,
Yeah.
babes. That's what we're
Like
talking about.
yeah, I would never body shame somebody. I was telling on my last show, like, I struggled. She just had children back to back. Like, I struggled to get the baby weight off. Hell, I'm still trying to get it off, and my baby just turned 6. I had 2 back to back. They 17 months apart, so I get it. It got nothing to do with her face card. Never declines. So it's
It's just
just the
not the
fact that it
face
was a
you
face
serve
tone
on the
picture.
internet. It's just
Exactly.
like when you go to the hotel and you like, oh, I booked with this one online, but when I'm here, I need to switch cards. It's okay. You got both cards. It's just that one of them is the card you using right now, and
Yeah,
one of them is the card you use on Instagram.
that's
They
right.
both
One
don't
is
decline, but
debit,
your
one is
real one looks
credit.
great.
One is debit, one is credit, girl. But ain't nobody
Girl,
saying like
that's
you
funny
always
as
want to
hell.
turn something into a issue bigger than what it is. Like read them back and let's keep it moving. That's all we
Oh,
gotta
really, Miss
do.
Longneck? That's what I would have said. Move on.
Yes, like let's just move
Okay.
on.
They
So
all
in this
do.
argument about the whole realtor thing, I noticed that Kay remained quiet, which she has done in majority of these kind of clapback situations. Why do you think that's so? Is she trying to stay out of it? She trying to let her, you know, fight her own battles? But I guess I'm so used to the Lisa Barlow Meredith duo and all of that stuff happening. I'm just surprised that Kay doesn't jump in or stick in for. I mean, Kay was high as a kite in this
She
episode.
was
So
high as a kite. Like
what
that,
did
she
she
was high as a
take,
kite.
Monty?
She took okay, so Colorado weed is different. It's good though. Like it's just that the altitude for how
Mm,
strong and like strong it is, the altitude does make the high feel a lot more different. I actually smoke less when I'm in the mountains for that reason. Like, because it
Does it
usually
make you
goes a little
cry?
longer.
Because I was like, why is this woman keep on
That was
crying?
shocking to me. I was like, wow, she's emotional. That is interesting. But so I think that maybe she couldn't get her thoughts coherently together. She wasn't doing her best. In fact, when you're really high, that's why I be thinking Kathy Hilton is too sometimes. You kind of don't, you just check out. Like, that's great. You really do hit the girls with that's great. And you feel so satisfied. Like, I got that answer out on time. Look at me go. Like, they had just finished talking, and I said, "That's great." Like, that's pretty much it. But also, that aside, I do think Klarna has a hard time being a good friend. I think that Ashley is 100% right, and that this lady moved here from Colorado because she has Maryland roots. That she decided to uproot her wag lifestyle out there. That's probably lit and gorgeous
Mhm.
because there's no housewives out there, and came here because Klarna needs support, but not necessarily
She needed an
to support
ally.
her friend. She
Hmm.
just needs support. She needed a
When it's her
backup.
go at it.
Right.
Hmm.
Because it can't even be that they're picking on the young one because they like Jesse a lot.
Yeah.
So she just needed somebody to be on her side. I just don't think she's interested in being with someone else's.
Okay. I agree with that. Um, Giselle in this episode, she wanted her own bathroom.
I think she deserves that. She's a woman of a particular age. Hell, I want my own bathroom when I'm in a I can't not. I would have left too. Embassy Suites would have seen me the very same day within an hour.
Yeah. Yeah,
Within an
because
hour.
I feel like because of her shadiness, she should be used to it by now. She just already book her own accommodations because everywhere she go, they be trying to play her with them rooms. Like
Well,
Monique did that to her. Like, and they're
nothing
always
is
trying to play her because she's so
up to
shady.
par.
Yeah.
But to be honest, some of these accommodations have been subpar. So
Yeah.
this
Except for
being one
hers,
of
and I
them.
think that's what it was. She was expecting in return from the trip that they took to the Caribbean. I think Giselle did an excellent job
I
hosting
do
that
too.
trip and their accommodations, and she was expecting that in return. So she want her own
Wanted
bathroom. She don't
everybody
want
with
to
a
be pumping
bathroom.
water and taking bird baths or what they call the whole bath. She don't want to be doing that. And I
I get it.
I
On
wouldn't
vacation?
stay. Yeah, I
No,
definitely
not
wouldn't
on no
stay
trip. I could
either.
have stayed at my house. I have consistent plumbing at home.
Right.
Also, she was expecting to be at the big mansion that everybody always talking about, where she know they got
Hmm.
running water, and then now she instead in this home that don't got a regular bathroom, and when she finally do make it to the bathroom, it don't have no water.
They
I
got to
get that.
ration the water.
I
Child. And
don't
then
have to be rationing nothing.
on top of that, you put them in a house an hour away
I didn't
from where
understand
you
that.
are. I don't even know how production allowed that, knowing that they need them to film together. We always get the after the camera goes down scandals like, hello, Portia took you
Mm-hmm.
nothing, Bolo, hello. We need the after hours cameras going down, show us what security footage caught. So I don't even know how they allowed her to have these girls staying an hour away, expecting them to travel. It was pitch black when they came back. I was scared watching it.
Okay, I
And
don't
you
do
talking
that.
about it's rattlesnakes and mountain lions and
No, ma'am.
coyote. No, no, no,
No,
no,
thank
no,
you.
no.
I'm done with that. No, thank you.
Take me to the town. Where is the nearest town?
I refuse to believe that the high season or whatever in Colorado has no hotels or Airbnbs available because what is it that's happening in Colorado? It's not Sundance. Listen, I've been able to still book a hotel and an Airbnb, albeit not the best one or the closest, but I've been able to book it in New Orleans, Louisiana during Essence Fest. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can
And
do
they
it.
were looking
Colorado
up
ain't that popping.
Airbnbs. They were
I'm
looking up
sure there's a
available
one.
Airbnbs on their way. Like they were like, okay, Denver, Colorado. When they were on their way to the hour drive to Angel's house, they were finding them
So
on their
what
phone
is it?
available. So
You know what it is? She probably didn't want to have to pay for it and know the owner.
yeah.
She know the owner and said, let them put it in there because Monique told us production covers some expenses, but
Hmm.
ultimately it is on you to do your big one, which does make sense. That's why the girls take turns hosting. You volunteered to host this trip.
Yeah.
Pay
And
the money
what
for the Airbnb.
And what I could agree with that too, because she knew the price of the home, saying it was a $1.2 million home. How do you know that
Boom.
on an
Did you
Airbnb?
look it
They're
up
not
on
telling you that in the
Airbnb?
description.
Did you copy the address and paste it in Zillow or Realtor.com? No? Okay, so you're from one of Bobby's friends. Also, can we talk about why she was introducing us to Bobby's male friends and that man was not done puffing his cigar
It was
ever? I was like, this
so
is awkward.
rude.
I don't
It
like
was so
this
rude and awkward. I have
and
no idea.
uncomfortable.
I
It
have
was
no
rude to
idea.
everybody. And Bobby
Yeah.
looked, everybody looked like they don't want to talk to each other. So then why are we doing this?
It was just a whole house full of people. Like, were they there to be on camera? Were they there to be your support in
No.
case something jumped off? Like, what were they there for? Because they
I
seemed
feel
disinterested.
that she was like, I'm bringing the women to film. Bobby was like, if what she says is true, which I believe Bobby did say this, which is why he was on Watch What Happens Live. And he was like, I don't want these women and their negative energy in my house around them. And she was like, I'm still going to make it work rather than canceling the whole thing or putting her all into it because
Mhm.
she really wants to be on this show. I really believe she moved all the way here for this. So her house was being occupied and lived in as normal because
Mhm.
they're not stopping their life for this show. But
Yeah.
Angel sure as hell will. Because
Yeah.
it looked like Bobby was having a kickback. When she didn't stay there because Bobby got a man cave, I about lost it. I said, oh, y'all were never
But I
invited to
said 6
Colorado.
bedrooms and y'all living in all of them. How many kids, like, how many playrooms do you need? How many man caves? It wasn't the math. I was like, this is not making sense. How
Oh,
many
but
children
her
she got?
besties can
2?
come. When Jassy said, when did you and Tia get so close? So I guess when Tia didn't ask her about her homes.
Exactly. So how do you feel about Monique? Monique to me is projecting. I don't see
You
Angel
don't
not
see the
being in a
comparisons.
well, I don't. I see Monique is, and when I'm talking about her, and she's talking about Angel on the ride, and she's saying like, "Oh, I see the same in her relationship as my ex husband. You know, he's controlling or want to be the center of attention. You have to cater to." I don't see that from Bobby, and I think he actually is
I don't
very
see it from
supportive of
Bobby
her.
either. I think it's how she's interpreting Angel's responses because something I did notice is that Angel kept deflecting to Bobby being the reason why she couldn't let them in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even
Mm-hmm.
when Tia was saying for next week that she's like, oh, we can maybe have a girls' night or whatever and like play games so we could get that after hours footage and then maybe the ladies leave. She said, I just gotta talk to Bobby to make sure that he not using the home. It's just not giving. And I think that Monique is like, it's not making sense that you invited us to a cast trip here and your husband doesn't know we're gonna film at the home or he's not allowing us to film at the home. I think she's like, oh, he must be possessive and controlling, but she's misinterpreting it as Angel's just hella uncomfortable, insecure, and not super honest or comfortable telling y'all her real feelings or how she feels. So instead of saying, I don't want to hang out with y'all, I really don't want y'all in my house criticizing my shit, she's like, but he may not want y'all to stay here because he's using his she's using him as like her crutch to tell the ladies no because she can
Yeah.
because they're in Colorado now. This is what I
Yeah.
used to do when I wanted to get out of shit. And I would say, oh, my mom, I have to ask my mama and she gonna say no. Mainly, I don't want to go.
Yeah, she definitely giving me Yosemite Sam vibes. Like I'm the sheriff around these parts. But I actually thought her party was good though. I mean, she had great food. She gave the
Oh,
oxygen.
food
She had
looked
the
dope.
drink set up. She had the
I thought that
signature
was
drink.
nice.
I thought she did a great job. I said, okay, this trip is picking up from a excursion standpoint. We're gonna have this great party. We're gonna take a private jet to Aspen. We're gonna go over there and go to was it Kimosabi? Because ain't that where Kyle
Yeah.
be at? That's where she frequents on the show.
Uh-huh.
They had the hats and everything. So I definitely felt like Angel's hosting started off slow. They definitely don't have no water. She didn't know that. I don't know if they said that on the description or whatever. How do you restart the whole water system? Beyond me. But I thought it was starting to pick up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I see glimpses of Angel where I'm like, she could be a good housewife, but you're gonna have to be able to give it to these girls. Like, stop getting so emotional, upset, and so worried about what they got to say and what they thinking. Like, I really want them
Clock them
to,
back.
yeah,
Do it
suck them
back.
back.
Calm down.
Yes.
In fact, that's how you get Giselle to be off your ass. This is why people think that the only person that can rival Giselle is Karen. That's not necessarily true. Is that nobody else is going to say something or be back on Giselle's ass, like unless it's Karen, and she doesn't do it like she doesn't take it personally all
Yeah.
the time. She just read it right back. She
Yeah.
just put it right back, and then put her in her place, sit her down, and she moves on. Like
Yeah.
that's just Giselle. Like she's just this is how she is. She's like, oh, Giselle is just committed to nitpicking me or determined to. It's not. It's actually not you. I need you to take yourself out of it because that's what's the problem. You're breaking down and having like real big feelings. You're standing up, shouting and jumping
My
because
bitch
someone
ass.
said my rich ass girl. All because someone said that you wanted to pay 1,000, make it look like 14. I would have said, yeah, that's what billionaires like to do.
Yeah.
People with money don't want to show like they want to save their money. Anything, do anything else other than defend, like as if someone said because a hit dog will holler.
Yeah,
If
they
if
just
the something
hazing her. They
hit,
just seeing what she got, what she's made of, and she's falling
they do
into
it to
the trap.
everybody.
Yeah, and I agree. Thank you for checking in, Latoya. She said also Monique can check Giselle, and I agree. You know,
Monique definitely
the
can.
binder is legendary.
The
I need
binder is
that binder
legendary.
at BravoCon, displayed at BravoCon. It needs to be there, displayed right along with Lisa Rinna's bunny and everything else. The
Put the
binder is
binder in the clubhouse. How
legendary.
is it not?
Is it in the clubhouse?
No, she still
No, it
has it.
needs to. When she came to Watch What Happens Live this season, I remember commenting under so many people like the comment. I was like, girl, please bring the binder to the clubhouse. I asked, I was like, can you please bring it so Andy could put it at BravoCon, please? But it's
Make them
legendary.
girls stress. Make them shake a little bit.
Yes. So we talked about the husband's friends or whoever these strangers were that was staring at them like, why are you here? When we're trying to figure out who these people, um, you know, they had the dinner and we get into Monique and Angel, right? So I told you, I feel like Monique is projecting. I don't see the things that she's saying. I felt like Bobby is supportive of Angel. I don't feel like I see the same dynamic between Angel and Bobby that we saw between Monique and Chris. I don't see that. And I do agree. The only correlation I see is that they both play football. He doesn't treat her like he's a celebrity or like, he treats her like he's just her husband and he's supportive. When he came and got her out that car and left everybody else in the rain and put that coat over her, I said, yeah, he's there for her. So
That's
I
the
don't
mother of
see
his
that.
kids. Okay. He said, no, I take care of mine.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I don't get that. But then also, yeah, I felt like she was projecting it too when she said, when they talked about the pajama party, like you mentioned, and her saying, listen, I got to check with Bobby. I didn't, he's been with the kids all day. And I didn't plan to not be here for, tomorrow for the pajama party. And he have to do the whole bed bath routine by himself. And she's like, oh, that's just called him being a dad. He can handle it. And saying like, but it seems like he's always involved in that. Chris maybe have not been involved in that with Monique, but it seems like Bobby is very hands-on with their kids. So I
I
don't
hear
get
that
why
and I
she's pushing
believe
that
that is
narrative.
true. I think that where Monique was checking her is not saying that Bobby doesn't do that, but she's like, that's just being a dad. You don't need to back out of hosting this slumber party or being a part of it because you don't know if Bobby wants to be full-time dad tonight or have you with him. You're hosting a trip, and I know he know that. So at the
It was
very
more
least,
of an
he should
excuse,
be
I felt
doing
like.
the bath and bedtime routine. That is just being a dad. And since he is hands on, why is that even a question? Or he's been doing it all day. But girl, you're working.
Yeah, it felt
You're
like
at
an
work right
excuse.
now, and we all know that.
I will say as a wife, sometimes when I don't want to do stuff, I'll just place the blame on my husband. Like, yeah, I'm gonna blame
That's
this
what
on
I'm
you.
saying.
Yeah,
I
that's what
think
it's
that
giving.
Monique is getting a vibe about her husband that makes her project that he's like that when really she and Angel are acting similarly. Angel is acting like how Monique was because Monique was insecure. Not
Yeah.
just because, yes, partly because Chris was not maybe a great husband, but she was insecure when she first got here. And Angel
Yeah.
is insecure about her place in this group, not necessarily with her husband. But
Right.
Monique is interpreting the insecurity that this lady is exuding big time as your man must be trying to like, oh, he can't handle the kids at night. That don't sound like nothing. This sounds like what you got to relieve him of his kid duty. She felt that because, like you said, I feel like you're exactly what you said. That must
Mhm.
have been how Chris was. You can't stay the whole sleepover because I can't be with the kids past 8 p.m. I don't know how to do blah 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 bath and bedtime. But because Bobby is supportive of her, he's even at Watch What Happens Live, but he's with her. He knows she's filming and he knows that she's working. So for her
Yeah.
to use that excuse and put it on Bobby, you were going to get a Bobby related response. When the
Mhm.
truth is, you don't want these ladies in your home any longer. You don't want to hang out with them anymore.
And I just feel like with Angel, she doesn't give vibes that she has a bunch of girlfriends, right? It feels
No,
like,
no, not a
they were
girl's
out
night.
in Colorado and now she's trying to figure out that dynamic of having girlfriends and she just don't want to have a sleepover. She wants to sleep in her own bed.
That's
Cool.
fine.
Then don't get an Airbnb in the top of a mountain an hour away from your home then. It's
Also,
cool you didn't want
don't,
them at
yes,
home. Just have them
that.
listen to you.
You don't have a guest house, a compound, somebody next door, anything?
All them acres, that's what Angel said, like, I mean, that's what
All
Ashley
them
said. Angel was
acres.
like, "All these acres, there's
And there's
no
nowhere to
shortage
put
of
them.
acres you don't have. We couldn't stay nowhere on here. You ain't got no extra beds nowhere."
All the more reason why I'm like, the girls know, like, she knows that she's working. Like, outside of like what we're just seeing, I have to think about the truth, like the fourth wall behind, literally the behind the fourth wall. This is a cash trip. What else is your wife there for when you know you moved to Maryland so you can be on this show? Why is she in Colorado during this filming time? If not to be at the house.
Yeah,
That's why she wants
exactly.
everybody to be there. It's giving she told her husband just the lunch and I should be home. And she got to tell him that's no longer the case. The ladies are like, we going to actually do the full working hours, all 10 of them.
Yeah,
We going to get
you're
this
gonna have to
last minute
clock in
footage. Yeah,
today.
clock in. But Angel, clock the fuck in.
You
You want
are
to
the
be
host. You
here.
made these people, you dragged them out there, so be the host.
We're going to
Make
have a
sure
summer
they
party
have
without
water.
you.
Yeah, make sure they have water. Make sure
Please,
they are fed.
please.
And you'll get the, I guess, acceptance that you're probably looking
Couple rounds
for.
of truth or dare, go home. It's not a big deal.
That's right. Take a couple shots or whatever
There you
you
go.
do and
Boom.
take it on home. Well,
Solved it.
the ladies woke up to no water on the day of the Aspen trip. Highly upset. Giselle has decided she is going to make new accommodations. It also looks like an upcoming episode. Not only is she making new accommodations, she's making new excursions. She's basically trying to take over the trip.
She
So
gonna
I'm
wanderlust her
excited.
damn self.
I'm excited to see that and also see how it unfolds with Jassy telling everything that's going on in the house. She told that they were looking to get new accommodations and about the water. What else did Jassy tell? She told something else at the end of this episode. I'm trying to think.
Um,
She told about the water and because I wrote that down, said she telling everything the ladies say. Oh,
Jesse.
she told what Monique has been saying about Bobby, like the conversation that Monique had in the car on the ride over there about how she feels like she sees similarities in the relationship, that she doesn't think he's supportive. Jassy has told Angel that. So she gonna come back over there with her guns blazing and her cowboy hat,
Ready
ready
to
to,
cry, ready
yeah,
to yell,
ready to
and
get
Coroner
upset.
not gonna
I
be no
don't
help.
know though. I don't know if she's gonna cry, Monty. She seems like when it comes to Bobby, that's the one that she don't play with. When they talk about her or her character, she gets a little upset. But when it comes to Bobby, it seems like she'll defend him fiercely, is what
I
I
do
get.
think she'll defend him fiercely. I just sometimes hear that same crack in her voice that Candy gets over on Atlanta. That when she's really angry, that bitch is about to cry. And it's not because she's sad, it's because she's angry. When people, if y'all go back and rewatch that nice little reunion where I said what I said and what you said was some bullshit, the tears were in the eyes and she was still going back and forth with Nene. It didn't mean she couldn't clock in. Candy never take no breaks. She was in there.
Yeah.
But she was like, I'm so mad that I'm just like, and the voice shakes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And Angel stood up, clapped them hands, and was like, yo, you are not gonna say I'm broke. Mainly because she mad, not because you done broke her heart or you really
Yeah.
pissed her off. And I think about Bobby, that's gonna get her the maddest. That'll do it. And I understand.
Jeff wrote, thank you for checking on Instagram. She said she don't play about her her mute man.
And I love
I
that for her. You better keep
like
you a mute
that.
man.
Yeah.
Do that.
I like
Ladies and gents, if you sleep with a man and you like men to be in your home, get you a mute one.
that.
Because when they
We
talk, oh boy. In fact, I'm so excited for what we about to talk about because I got some thoughts on some of these men. Oh boy.
Married to Medicine.
Good God. Where do we start?
Let's
Can
round
it
this
be
thing off
King?
and get into Married to
Oh
Medicine,
my God, I hate that
honey.
man. I
I've
have to
been
start at the
saying for
top.
episodes
I
now.
cannot. The amount
I've
of
been saying
audible
it for
gasps
episodes.
and squeals and screams. And let me tell you something. It's few things that you know what, can't say that's really gonna shock me these days. Me being a black girl my whole life, I done heard some things that Negroes will say, and I'm like, oh wow, what's that logic like? This episode, I I don't know. I don't know what how I
Not
didn't
just
like
this
the way this
episode,
started,
Monty.
during, or
Every
ended.
episode, every
Okay,
episode, their
all right.
conversations are cringe. I don't like
This really
the way
upset
he
me.
speaks to her, and it's also he makes a lot of passive aggressive jokes that he's really serious about, like her attitude and things that he say. Like if that's how you feel, totally understandable to speak about. But their dynamic is cringe to watch. And I don't think I've been saying this. I posted on Threads when I watched last week's episode. How long are we going to pretend like Quad and King are still together? Please tell me that I do not believe they are together just because they still follow each other on Instagram. They don't post pictures of anymore. She was shoving him down our throat when she was trying to, parade him in front of Dr. G and Sweet Tea. No pictures are being posted. She spent, she was over with Yandy and over in Ghana for Detsy December. She spent most of New Year's out, New Year's, the holidays out there. He went to the inaugural ball, the mayor's inaugural ball in Atlanta alone. They're not posting any even when he promotes the new episodes, he's posting pictures with Dr. Contessa, Dr. Jackie, the guys. Something's not right there. She's not liking his pictures. I just don't believe that they're
Giving
still
Bronwyn and
together.
Todd.
Yeah. It's
It's that
giving
we're what
reunion
she's
reveal.
and the big thing is that if think about Quad and who Quad is as a person, she's gonna absolutely wait until the reunion to tell y'all that she's no longer
Mhm.
with this man, so she
Yeah.
can cry about it for 20 minutes.
And we see it kind of going that way. He's not having fun anymore.
Honey,
The
this whole
having a
thing.
children and going to God. He thought it was going to be I think he was naive to the IVF process and how long and grueling it can be. So he wasn't prepared to
Was he naive to
travel.
the process, or was he dishonest about wanting to even commit to having a child with her?
I don't
Because
know.
who just gives that up?
I felt like they moved fast, right? Because they're not married. They went straight into trying to have a child. She wants him to move into her home. He's not willing to do that. They still haven't even figured that out. I really think he thought that because he has children and he didn't have to go through an IVF process. He did not expect to be traveling to Ghana several times, spending the time out there to do the egg retrievals, to do the fertilization over and over and over again. I think it's getting costly. He's taken away time from him being with the children he has here. I wonder what that dynamic is like with Quad and his children. We don't get to see that at all. Maybe
I don't
because of
think
the
they have
mom.
one. How
Right.
is she able to prioritize her going to Ghana with him? One, unless he said that that's okay, or she made it clear that that's her storyline or something this year, and he wants to be a part of it that bad. But I get a vibe that while everything he said is right, how did you not consider or talk about that before y'all started this journey? If you're saying yes, we can start to do IVF, at least it's me. I'd be like, what does that entail?
Mhm.
Ask a question. Like, what happens if it doesn't work? Ask a question. You're saying that it's getting costly and it's a lot of trips before, but did you not know anything, or did you just say yes? And did you think that there was just a moment where, I know I'm skipping to the end, but it just connects to me that at the end, in talking to her one on one, and we'll get to her pick me vibes that really disappointed me in a second. This is when I became a non-quad
Yeah.
fan at all.
He's
I
really
lost
ready
it
to
all.
stop the
I
process.
lost it all. I was so devastated tonight. But when he said, I just think we need to be practical, I said, that doesn't make sense to me, because you can't tell me that you started this journey with this woman because she wanted to be a mother. I don't believe she was like, you know what I want to do today? Let's have a kid. Do you want to do that? And if it doesn't work, whatever. She obviously made it clear that she wanted a kid. I think she'd be a first time mom. She made it clear that she wanted to do this. She either could have done it on her own, but he decided to support or be there for her or whatever he told her
Mhm.
to get started. She's like, it's going to entail a lot, or maybe they didn't talk about how much it would entail. So he's making it, oh, it's just financially not appropriate, not, a good idea. And she's like, I'll pay for it. Say what you mean to say with your chest. I don't want to do this. I want to focus on the kid. I didn't know it was going to take this much investment from my life. But like, what woman just goes, oh, okay, since you've got yours, I won't go get mine. She wasn't going to change her mind. So you should have told her from jump, I don't know about the full commitment to this or
Yeah, I think
something.
what they didn't talk about is what he's asking. How many times so he should have been asked, like you said,
Start
if
with
it
that.
doesn't work the first time, how many times are we gonna continue to try before we, we stop the process?
Right.
That's where they're not aligned with, where she
That
wants to
doesn't
keep
make
trying,
sense.
keep going, keep
Yep.
trying. And he's like, all right, we already did this 3 times already.
Of
I'm
course she
sure it's
wants
not, and
to.
and he did say money wasn't really the issue, but he mentioned it.
He
I'm
said it
pretty
first.
sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's way less expensive to go to Ghana and do this. I'm almost certain than it is to do it in the United States. So they're
Let me
probably
tell you,
saving
as a
there.
same
But
sex person in a same sex relationship, and yes, it is.
yeah,
If I
imagine
had
that's
money
what
to fly
we
to
all going to
Ghana,
Turkey for hairlines and all types of stuff. Like, yeah, I can only
yeah,
imagine.
you got to pay for the plane ticket. And what makes no, and this is the problem I have. You got to go to Ghana, and I get why she's doing it with this man, because again, as a person in the same sex marriage, sperm is so damn expensive. It is unfreaking believable that this is how valuable this one part of a man is. If you can get you one because they stay in your home, do that. Because if you like men, you're never gonna think that what they got inside of them is worth the 3K per vial that the girlies in America,
Unbelievable.
this here California, is charging them. They are going to be like, I'm sure, I don't know what's going on in Ghana, but if you got it, that's why she like, please don't leave this home and tell me you ready to give up, because I really don't want to have to buy $3,000 to $6,000 vial of sperm.
Oh my gosh.
I'm dead ass. I really am. These are not fake numbers. And they got like basics and premium. Premium? How do I get a premium? My
Does
options
that
are
mean like he's really smart and stuff?
exactly. And
Okay.
people lie. I'm like, so it's better to go with a man like someone But they really like, in order to do that, you gotta put up with the man.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, I definitely think it wasn't thought out fully.
I really hope they not still together.
I think they moved extremely fast in this
Too
relationship. I do think
fast.
there was an agenda to push the
Ooh.
relationship in front of Dr. G. I do feel that way. I do.
Well, because that would look like an upgrade to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
So while they were, speaking of quad, she had the ladies over telling them about her going to Ghana and, trying to do this next egg retrieval and fertilize the eggs. They get into a conversation about Simone. I did not like how Contessa tried to paint this narrative that Simone may have been the one to put the information about Heavenly Sun out to the bloggers, saying, what she did say she always tried to look up stuff. What if she was the one that said they all look up stuff? Or,
I don't think that Simone needs to tell the bloggers anything. I think this show is big enough and on enough circuits of media publications on the internet to garner that kind of attention and be checking themselves. I
Right.
do think Simone looks everything up all the time because she can when she said it. I believe that to be true. I also believe that the other women probably do or would too. There's nothing stopping
Yeah,
them
that's what I do.
morally.
That's where y'all
I
tea
do,
come
girl.
from.
I do. I'm on there all the time. Like, what's going on with y'all?
Yes,
Sometimes I just
like
want to make sure I didn't miss nothing.
exactly. And even in what I want Contessa, like first of all, who's dressing Contessa? Who's dressing Contessa? Why did she come over there in that red Valentine's Day dress? Why is she sitting in her confessional with this collar pink V dress with her white coat? Like who's dressing her? The blue dress from the last episode that was sheer. Like who is dressing her?
Nobody good at it.
I digress. I had to bring that up.
I
Who is dressing
understand.
Contessa? Because I can't get with it. But I want
Distraction.
Contessa to understand that even though what happened with Dr. Heavenly's son happened years ago, he was just starting to go through the legal process of it. So that's
Right.
why it was public knowledge or made public knowledge, or it came to light because he was now getting ready to start the court case on it. So it's not that,
Hmm.
somebody had to dig that up. It was back to the surface because he was getting ready to go to court.
Yeah.
I reported on that as well. So I didn't like that. And then they kind of turned it into where Heavenly spilled the tea that Simone was trying to look up who was the owner of the Rolls Royce that King gave Quad.
That was crazy. Couple reasons why. We know King is stunting on something. He's tricking. Something's going on over there.
He owns
That
a
just
rental car business. We
so he
know,
renting
we
all these
know.
cars. So
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. I don't think they're bought. Obviously, he owns a rental car business. He can rent whatever car. And in Atlanta, the land of everybody is renting fancy cars. They all are. And let me tell you something, Simone, that Mozzie that you got all those years ago, while I could never afford one, they're a dime a dozen around these parts. That's what Karen crashed. So, like, please calm down and be mad. But like, why are you looking it up? That was weird. Not if I had the VIN, I'd look it. That's kind of crazy. That is. I was like, I don't care that much about anybody to be looking up all they stuff or whatever. Like, just say you hate Quad and don't think she got no money and move on. Nobody says she got money. We say she looking for a man with money.
Yeah.
Aren't we
Do you
all?
really think that's why? Because do you think that's why Quad? I love that producers were bold enough to be like, when they drove the Ferrari to the family reunion. I saw Jethro on Instagram talk about that. But do you think they drove the Ferrari so Simone couldn't get the VIN number? Like, do they really think that Simone was
Yes.
going to be on the hood of the car trying to get the VIN number of the road? She still kind of got the one of the Ferrari. Let's be
Yes, I
honest.
think that they have the Ferrari in clips, but if you give a Rolls Royce to someone for their birthday, that does mean it's not a rental and somebody bought it. So if the Ferrari's VIN is owned by the rental company, that makes sense that that man has bought it,
Yeah.
or that he owns it or whatever is connected to it. I believe that she did not want her to look up the VIN because maybe it's not paid for.
And maybe Simone was looking it up because there has been a lot of talks and a lot of coverage of his rental cars and lawsuits that he's had. Toria, please refresh my memory in the comments. He's had a few lawsuits go on with some of these cars and in this rental business. So it's not like she just
You
woke up
mean a
one day
man
and
in
said, I
Atlanta
want to
might be scamming?
shocker,
Oh
right?
my God. And a beautiful woman fell for it on
Yes.
Bravo? I'm shocked. I
Yeah.
cannot believe.
Because he promised to give her a baby and a Rolls Royce and a ring.
I'm 99% sure Portia went through this same thing a couple years ago with somebody. Baby conversations and whatnot. He had money. He was like, huh?
Yeah.
Baby. Like, what are we doing? Ladies of Atlanta, please, please just go ahead and start your own business and stop messing with that man that you think is going to give you the world. And if he gives you a car, run.
Yeah.
If he gives you a car, run. I don't
Or
think he
drive
owns
off
it.
with it. One or the
Drive
other.
off with it. But when the blue and white, come behind you,
Woo-woo.
when the red and blue hit you up and they light up
Love
behind you,
it.
just know why. It's because you chose to take that man's car.
So a few things that intrigued me in this episode. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Mimi and her husband Steve. They are giving us the real into their lives,
Amazing.
authentically supporting each other,
Obsessed.
having a child with special needs. They are really, I love them. I love Dr. Mimi as an addition to this show. I
I think it's
really, really
amazing.
do. And
She's
I love how she's
incredible.
being so open and sharing her life with us. Not only like what's going on, it's just having to weight on your shoulders. Like sometimes we think psychiatrists all have, they have it figured out, or and they always say like a therapist needs a therapist too. But
And
I
they usually
definitely love
do.
her.
Yeah, I think that's great. I really like her a lot. I think that she's an amazing addition. I think it's about time to have a psychiatrist here that
To
understands that
navigate this group.
mental health does matter. Please, God, some of
Yeah.
these ladies are so unhealed that it's so palpable, heavenly. It's so palpable that, like, while funny, you just be like, yo, who hurt you? Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot going on in there. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
like that she's aware, but she's not in session. So, like, when she's with the girls, she's one of the girlies. And I think that's why we like her. And she's open and she's beautiful. I love her and her husband and the family,
Mhm.
the kids. I also think that because one, I'm an educator of young children, especially those with special needs. And two, I'm neurodivergent myself. And I think that it's even more interesting or very cool to see her be a parent to a neurodivergent child and a neurotypical one and cater to both of those needs equally. The
Yeah.
fact that her daughter could go to a place where she has
It's a
home
break.
love
Yeah.
and in that nurturing feeling and be with her grandma and stuff like that and still go to
I
school and stuff
loved it.
so she can have some space to just be a 7-year-old. Because I think one of the biggest things of the problems that you see with a lot of kids, especially in school, is that when they're parentified too early, and that doesn't mean what you think it means. It doesn't mean, oh, I'm making my kids like feed a bottle to the littlest baby. Sometimes they want to help with that. They want to help. They don't want to be a parent. They don't want to have to they don't know how to put their needs aside. So
Yeah.
I think it's really dope that they were like, she deserves a space where she can do what she needs to do to be
I
7
agree.
and be successful. And we can also focus on, getting our son through this challenge or this obstacle during this time. But then she's honest with her husband about how hard it is and how, but
And
without
he's so
clocking out.
supportive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without
And he's
clocking
like,
out. She's
that's
still
not our
like,
life for
oh,
you to just come home after a day
kick
like
him up.
that and
Beautiful.
cook and do everything. He's like, that's not our life. And he was supportive. I love them.
I
I love them.
love
Yeah.
them. I
Agreed. I'm
honestly hope they
glad.
don't stay on it too long. I'm not gonna lie. I love her and I love them. But something that I noticed is that the longer you do stay on this show, it really does wear and tear because you're not ever turning, like when you turn it off, you still got to go home post filming and think about the conversation that you had in that confessional or with that person or whatever. And the deterioration that we're seeing with Simone and Cecil in some ways, like the way they fight, is really making me sad. And I've been watching since season 1.
Money.
So
What you
what?
sad about? She didn't
I'm
like that
sad.
man at the
Yeah.
reunion when they made them stay together, girl. Are you really shocked? Are you really sad? Stop it, Money.
I am a little bit. I'm actually more shocked that Dr. Jackie and Curtis still are staying together. That one always confused me because I really don't like that's how I feel about them. I liked Cecil and Simone. I really did. I like Cecil and I like her kids. I don't like her feeling like she's being ganged up on in her house. I actually feel like Simone's acting miserable.
Yeah.
And I think that it's their marriage is like getting really weird and much more cringe. Like their fight this episode,
Getting money.
okay,
We're
but this
there.
fight this episode was like even more. I was like, she said, I don't have to give a fuck about people that don't give a fuck about me. To say that to your husband in the kitchen really had me like, why do you feel that way? Your husband and your kids don't give a fuck about you. He's like, who are you talking
Because
about?
Cecil, you're in the basement making cocktails while she's going to work every single day, and you're supporting. I get if you want them to be helped with school, but him asking for a car, him spending $70,000, and then on top of it, I don't really even feel that bad for Simone because she still turned around and brought him a Tesla anyway. She still let him live off them anyway. So if you're gonna stand your ground and do that, if you're not gonna pay, if you're gonna only pay for school and he be a grown man and support his lifestyle, cool. But you turned around and did that anyway. Like,
You right.
I
Remember
have
when he wanted to build an
no.
app? That was so funny. I'm sorry. I'm just like, because you said that, and I was like, you right. He ain't held a job in a minute. In fact, when the last time he did, was it season 4?
Like, you could at least make some
Season 3.
content. You could at least be a
Baby. In fact, you should be managing her social media and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like at
Or
least
you make
Chris.
your cocktails. We should be seeing cocktails with Cecil somewhere.
Cocktails with Cecil, get a ring light. It's so easy. Go on Amazon. You get you a ring light. Like the one, Vanessa, put the link on your Amazon storefront, the one you're using right now because you look great.
Exactly.
Tell Cecil, get the same ring light, put it up there, and just keep your hands out of it. Do like those slow-mo, beautiful close-up photography shots of the drinks getting made. We're like, we don't see you. You're not talking to us. They just like, ooh, this, that, and beautiful drink. You can make
Yeah.
coin. It's not
Yes.
that big of a deal. People on TikTok do it for a lot less.
Yeah, by the way, the ring light is on my Amazon
I know
storefront.
it is. Oh, T.
I have a whole content post. You guys can get all the gadgets, everything
Boom.
you need, content creator card,
I'll be on
starter
it.
kit. I got you covered. But that's what Cecil need to be doing. Sell us some shot
Yeah.
glasses, sell us some mixing equipment. Like, what do you use to make your cocktails? What, like, come
Anything.
on, bro.
Get
Do
you a
something.
sponsorship. There's got to be some black-owned spirits out there. In Atlanta alone, there's a few black-owned wineries. Get you somebody, collab. Do a joint post. Put it on a thing. Like, we out here giving
Exactly.
Cecil a career. And Simone just asking him to look at something on the Indeed.
Yeah.
Just anything.
Yeah, thank you,
Anything.
Toria. Get like Ralph in the basement. Start a podcast.
Girl, don't anybody get like Ralph. But yeah, start a podcast. All the men are doing it. You can be as toxic as you want. And Cecil's not even like that toxic. So you might do fine.
Yeah. What I also liked in this episode, I don't know if I should say I liked it, but I feel like with Dr. Heavenly, season after season, she has exposed everyone else and all of her skeletons are falling out of the closet, where
Falling.
the legal situation with her son that she had no clue about because Dr. Daddy hid that from her. But now we find out that she has a half brother, that her parents were married. And, I'm no mathematician, but given their ages.
Though. She was right then and there. She said, so they were married. It was news to him. He didn't even do the math that fast. He was like, damn. Yikes.
So I do want that man to take a DNA test, though. I guess I do
too. I was a little concerned.
I didn't see the resemblance that much. It was given I want to be on the show at the
concerned. Yeah. But what I will say is the fact that one, she's met or knows like the wife, he brought his wife to the family reunion and the kids, gave me a little bit of hope, unless they were rented actors, which I hope not. That has happened. Hello, TJ, we see you. But like,
hope you got your money.
Hope you got your money. I don't think you did. That's why she's ghosting you. But I hope they do a DNA test. I think they'll ask her that at their reunion. I wouldn't be surprised, obviously, but it seems like Daddy trusts the situation enough, and I was actually really happy for Heavenly. If this is all true and checks out, because I can't understand what they would want from her. She got some money, but not like that.
He seemed very excited to be at the family reunion, be on camera, so I was a little iffy, and I just don't want Dr. Heavenly to be blinded by the fact that she's yearning for family because her son isn't speaking to her, and that's why she had this family reunion with everybody and they mama, literally, because Quad brought 30 plus people, but I just don't want her to be blinded by that. I want them to take a DNA test. I really do.
That sounds fair.
Yeah. And I think he might be. I mean, I saw some resemblance when they put the picture of her father and him. I didn't necessarily see it in the two of them because they got two different moms. But
I actually didn't see much of the dad in Heavenly in those pictures, but I saw it in the story. So if that is who your daddy is,
no, you saying this DNA test might reveal something else.
Like, also, it was crazy to me that he knew about her and she obviously didn't. So, they was protecting that man if he was slinging out there. What did you think about Toya just being a rude asshole to so many people? When Heavenly did introduce her brother, I actually really didn't like that. When Toya was like, huh?
Brother.
You got a sister. You got a brother?
Or the fact that she was like, oh, so this your only son that show up? It was like, I love that Toya brings up the conversations. I love that she keeps it 100. Like when she feel like everybody's beating around the bush and she want to keep it 100. I love that. But I did not like the things that she was saying.
At the reunion was icky. Ickier.
I think Toya feels like she's justified because what she's gone through with the group where they talked about, her home and the money situation and the moving. I feel like she thinks she's justified, but the way
I
she's going
don't.
about it, at least in this episode, like if you're gonna call Heavenly out for her fake purse and all of that, like cool. I just thought in this moment with the son standing right there, you went, oh, so he the only one that show up, and then that laugh, I was like, girl, not
That's
the
terrible.
place,
Also,
not
it's
the
a
time,
tense
honey. We
thing,
don't
and
act
that
out
might
in
have
front of the children.
that might have triggered the other son. You don't know what that is. That's not right. I think that's not right. And that was a joke at Dr. Heavenly's expense. And you're a mom of boys. How would you feel if
Yeah.
your son didn't come at this age? In fact, I feel like you'd be upset considering you basically stole this election for your son for that
Yeah.
dang mac and cheese. You made
Right.
everybody vote for your son because you didn't want him, and you want him to like look at you, and you were like, play with me, come out and dance with me. You want to stay close to your son. So why would you say that to that lady when she
Yeah.
literally doesn't have her son here, and literally her husband is like, I would send everybody home if he just came to the barbecue, just him.
Yeah.
Which I
And she's,
get. So
yeah.
that's not fair to Toya. I mean Toya.
And that's cool if that's your dynamic with you and Eugene. Like he said, y'all get a little rough around the edges with each other, cool. But you can't be showing up to people's events doing that. I was like,
I
girl,
love their relationship. I don't like the way Toya is her relationships with other people sometimes.
yeah,
But I love her and Eugene. I love Eugene. And I like what Eugene brings out of Toya. I like the way they banter
his
to each
patience
other.
with her
Yeah,
reminds
hello. It's same
reminds me
with
of my
Dr.
husband.
Daddy. He's so patient with Heavenly because I'm like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, I wrote that. I was like, why is she doing this at this family reunion, honey? It was not making any sense. I literally wrote
None.
Toya makes digs at Heavenly's son not attending and the surprise of the brother coming. I didn't understand that. Yep, I definitely wrote that.
I wrote Toya's
Um,
an asshole to everybody because I kept adding names to the list. Said Toya's an asshole to Heavenly. Toya's an asshole to this person. Oh, Toya's just an asshole to everybody at this thing. Like that's how it looked. And she stole the votes.
yeah. Stole the votes for the mac and cheese, the mac off. I said, I want to have a mac off.
That sounds like a dope idea. However, Heavenly, if you don't know how to make mac and cheese, don't have a mac off. That doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to me.
Like you calling Dr. Jackie? She ain't
What?
never home. She
The
always in
lady's
the
in the
hospital.
middle of the surgery right now. You think she know how to make a bechamel or a cheese sauce? Dr. Jackie also said you boil your noodles way too long and you cook it for 40 minutes, way too long. But she didn't tell me no. Also, where's my? She said get you
Together.
about 4 cheeses and just put it on top. That's not how it
Word.
go.
Mm-mm.
No.
And that's what I will give credit to Toya. Her sons, I feel like she teaches them how to be men, and to be able to take care of themselves, which Simone can maybe take a page out of her book with them lazy ass sons she got. But I will
Well,
give
hello. The
Toya
dads are
credit.
different.
Yeah, she has them taking out the trash. They're cooking. Like she was like, even though she stole the votes, I think that mac and cheese probably was the best. I don't
It
know.
probably was, or it may not have compared to the Southern, but she wanted her son to win because he worked damn hard and he did a good job. And I think that's great. A 15-year-old making competition level mac, get it, son.
Yeah, I think, maybe Cecil's might have had some competition. He could have been down in the basement perfecting his ancestors' recipe. That's possible. But I just felt like when I saw she was like, you better make that roux, get it together, make that roux for the mac
So
and
she
cheese.
put him to work,
Wow.
which is why
Yeah.
she took them votes. She was like,
Yeah.
it better taste good. My sons taste the best. Thank you.
Not Toria talking about some look at Curtis hips and butt. You can tell Jackie could cook. No, he eating out all the time because she ain't never home.
He
That's
is
what
always eating out. That's what Jackie even said. She's like, girl, he cooked. I order. I'm delivering babies. I have a job.
So yeah, I don't know. He over there eating Cecil's mac and cheese or Eugene's cookout food. I don't. So I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I am enjoying Married to Medicine. I can't
Very
say it
good.
enough. I want everyone to watch it. I was so happy to see that Reality Rundown posted. My guy Wellington posted about how their ratings are now surpassing Potomac. and Beverly Hills, I think it said too. It's like they're one of the top shows and they really deserve
That's
it. I don't
awesome.
want people to look at it like it's only a show for the Black audience. I felt like that when I went to BravoCon. It was only like, it wasn't as diverse as you'll see a Salt Lake City panel. When I attended the BravoCon, it was more just, it was Black women there, or like it was a white woman sitting in front of me and she turned around at Watch What Happens Live and she was like, what show are they on? She was like, I don't know. She's like, I have to start watching Married to Medicine. You should. I do feel
You
like
should.
overall, they are the most authentic, showing their lives, good, bad, ugly, indifferent. They're showing it to us, and I'm really enjoying this season. I can't wait. I get the new episode every Tuesday, so I will continue to give you guys just spoiler free. I'm gonna tell y'all, and I've been saying every week, y'all need to watch this episode. I be like, I can't wait till y'all see this.
No, it's
'cause I
really
want to talk
good.
about it. Yeah.
It's a really good season. I'm having a really nice time watching. I do think that more people should get invested in it and realize you don't. I think people are afraid to confront their own thoughts when they watch an entirely Black cast. They're afraid that they'll think or say something unwell or not good. Baby, one, you in your own house. Take up that with your own shame. Nobody's talking. You can watch it at home. It's okay. No one's giving you a quiz on, how much of an ally you are if you watch Married to Medicine. In fact, it starts there. Just have a good time and watch them
Yeah.
ladies be shady to each other. You don't gotta start a podcast and only critique Black women. You don't have to be Michael Rappaport. In fact, you're not going to be just because you watch Married to Medicine.
Yeah.
Just get on there. And that's a
Well
shout out to my
said.
people who are watching Traders, who are Michael Rappaport is ruining it for us because although he loves housewives, he's awful to women. So
I see that. And I told you, Monty, I don't watch Traders.
I
I
know.
struggle with reality competition shows outside of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I kind of fell off that,
Okay,
to be
can I tell
honest.
you, I do skip the activities, those wanderlust things. I skip a lot of those challenges. I'm really there for the for the round tables. I love it when they get, cause like I'm never gonna see a room full of Dorinda, Candace, Portia, Lisa Rinna. Period. Let's stop there. Discussing who lied to whom and
Yeah.
who backstabbed whom. That is like, I don't think people who don't know Housewives know what they're watching. I'm like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna give it a try again. I've tried every
just
season.
start
I just
season
can't.
4. Forget
Yeah.
the others. Be
I will
here.
try
Be
because
with
I
us.
saw everyone's talking about it. So yes, I see Candace in there doing a conga line dressed like the pastor's mistress. I don't know what that outfit was. I definitely saw that. I saw how they sent Portia home immediately. So I dabble
But you
in
got to
what
see
you guys
why
present for me.
Portia is not gotten any smarter since the Underground Railroad. Let me just say that for when you
Someone
watch.
said that on Threads, Money. Someone said
She
that
really sent herself home being not bright.
they were
Again.
like, somebody said on Threads, like, I don't think Portia even knew what the show was about. She just showed up. Like, that's what I saw somebody said. Now, does Portia, now I said, probably so. And did she still get paid her full check, even though she only went one episode? Because I ain't
Well, you
mad
get,
at
I
it.
believe, paid per episode. So
Oh,
that's why she was mad that she went home. But I'm like, Portia, you did this to yourself. You not too. But I love my girl, so it's
yes.
okay.
Yeah, I love it. I'm definitely going to try to give it a chance. Tori
Okay,
said
when
you're
you
Team
do,
Candace.
you'll come on Mixing with Monty because I want you. I can't wait to hear your thoughts if you do
Okay.
it. I want your thoughts.
Well,
That'll
I'm
be
gonna do it
perfect.
because they dropped 3 episodes at once. Everybody was so excited about that. I
Yes,
said, this is not
perfect.
the norm, but they dropped 3 episodes, and I see the next 2 episodes are dropping this Thursday. So I need to catch up quick.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm gonna do
yeah.
that and
That's
I
some
will come
homework.
on your show. But
Yes.
Monty, thank you for coming on and talking about, if you guys joined late, we went over Beverly Hills, Potomac, and Married to Medicine. This episode will be on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Reality Recap 2876. But Monty, please tell the people, because I did tag you on my YouTube. I said, listen,
Thank
wherever you get your
you.
podcast, you can find Mix and Monty. She's on
Yes.
all of it. So tell the people where
I'm
they can find
everywhere.
you and follow.
Of course, you can find me anywhere you're listening to this or watching this. The visuals for usually are for my episodes are on Patreon because I don't always look my best, and I like to
Yes, she does.
incorporate. Okay, but I do like to incorporate substances like just the angel's lettuce. That's legal where I am. It may not be where you are, and I'm an educator, so I put it behind a paywall. But everywhere else, you can backslash Mixing with Monty, MixingWithMani. And my podcast is called The Mix with Monty. And you can type that in and you'll find it anywhere you listen to this. And you will find some great episodes with Vanessa. Literally, in fact, if you subscribe now, today, whenever you're listening to watching this, you'll see her in a couple of days.
Yes.
So get ready.
That was one of my New Year's resolutions, is that I do so many collabs on other people's pages and on their platforms, and I never have my favorites come over here. So I said, what better
Thank
way to
you.
start with Mixing with Monty? I gotta call Ken up, I gotta call Kai
Yep,
up, all
yep.
of the people. I always do yours, and I said, I'm here too. I have
Yes.
arrived. Let me have
Let's
the people over
go.
here, honey.
Thank you
So
so much for
thank you
having
for
me. I
doing
love
this.
coming on I love talking with you. You know the stuff. So
Always a
anytime.
time. Always a time. I
Always,
appreciate
always.
it. Well, guys, we will be back. I'm going to head over to Mani's platform tomorrow and talk some more shows with her. I will be back later in this week, guys, probably by Thursday. I want to talk to you guys about the Volley Persian style. They are so back. I'm enjoying it. Shaz is back, honey. The show is
Yeah.
good. I want to talk about that. We'll talk about what else do I need to talk about? Love and Marriage Huntsville. They went on a break, but we'll talk about the mid-season break that they took, the finale, because that's actually the best episode of this season. And guys, don't forget Saturday. I'm putting the show back on Saturday because yes, Love During Lockup. Monty, if I watch Traitors, you gotta watch Love During Lockup. It
Oh
starts
yeah.
this
Fun fact
Friday.
about me, I love a prison
Yes,
show. I do.
it starts this Friday. We TV, we are back.
Boom.
We have a woman this season that is she's a hooker. She's at the brothel and she has a
Beautiful.
man locked up. I said, absolutely. This is sign me up immediately.
Beautiful.
I am
Absolutely.
seated. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to get back and spend such a break with
Yep.
the Love After Lockup franchise, guys. I can't wait to talk to you guys on Saturday about the season premiere this Friday. So make sure you watch it. Make sure you show up. I'll make sure to post it. So again, this is Mixing with Monty. I am your girl V with Reality Recap. Follow me Instagram, Facebook for all the reality news, and I will see you guys later this week. Set your alerts. Everybody have
Yeah.
a great rest of your Monday and a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Peace.